Today, we're going to have a session, and I am Valmarie C. Branca,
And I am Charity Brica Naliso.
And I am Eliza Lian Haspe.
and we are your presenters for today.
Now, before we're going to properly start our lesson for today, let's have an activity first.
Are you ready? Okay, music begin. Now, stop. Okay. First, the person who holds the toy, please stand up. So, your question is, what are the significant benefits that plants, particularly trees, provide to us? Okay. Yes, thank you. You have a wonderful answer. Next, let's continue our game. Stop. Okay, stand up. Who holds the toy? Please stand up. Your question will be, what is the relationship of plants and animals? What do you think is the relationship of animals and plants based on the picture shown here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's give her a hand of applause. Thank you so much for those who participate in this game. Now, based on what we had or what we have played, we're going to talk about the basic of photosynthesis. Learning objective. At the end of the lesson, you as a student should be able to identify the basic features of photosynthesis and respiration. Second is to explain the importance of photosynthesis and respiration in daily life. And the third is to draw a sample diagram of photosynthesis and respiration. So later at the end or before we are going to finish our session, you should achieve this learning objective. So, first is, what is photosynthesis? May I call someone who are going to have her or his insight about photosynthesis? What comes to your mind when you hear the word photosynthesis? Okay, Charity, you're raising your hand. Please stand up. Yeah, that's adorable. That's precise answer about photosynthesis. Yeah, thank you for your insight or your idea about the photosynthesis. The photosynthesis, the word photosynthesis, it comes from the Greek word or the Greek language, which means photo means light. We are going to talk about this furthermore. So next is the synthesis. Synthesis, it means putting together. Now, do you know or do you hear the song the PPAP? Anyone here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. It's an old song, or it became famous here before COVID. So it's great that you have a great memory about the song. We're going to sing this song, but we're going to change the lyric into photo and synthesis. Okay? So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, go. I have a photo. I have a synthesis. together. 1, 2, 3, go! I have a photo. I have a synthesis. Photosynthesis. Now, based on the Greek language of this photo and synthesis, photosynthesis means putting together with light. So photosynthesis is a plant's method of producing its own food, and this entire process takes place in the plant's green parts, such as its leaf. But in order for this to happen, or in order for plants to produce its own food, it uses a lot of, there are 4 components for this photosynthesis to happen. What do plants need for photosynthesis? Ano kaya? Boys at the back, you are talking. It seems like you have a brief discussion about the photosynthesis. Please stand up and answer this. Okay, thank you. It seems like you listen carefully. So what do plants need for photosynthesis? Based on this diagram, we have here the sun. Imagine that it has sunlight, okay? So sun gives, it is served as the primary source of plants, and we also have here the water and the carbon dioxide. This entire process is called the photosynthesis. So imagine that there is it is a plant, okay? And then that process here in plants, it is called photosynthesis. Now this photosynthesis or these plants, it produces glucose and oxygen. And to give you further knowledge about this photosynthesis, let's watch this video. Here. Okay, that's it. So imagine, this is what I said earlier, that the sun, it gives light or the sunlight. Here in the diagram or here in the slide, we can see that these plants, it absorbs water, and these leaves here, it attracts, or they, let's say that they are the magnets. They magnet or they attract the carbon dioxide, and these leaves here, or what we call the chlorophyll, so they attract carbon dioxide. And then photosynthesis, so they release sugar or glucose and oxygen. This is what I've shown you here. We have here carbon dioxide, water, the entire process of photosynthesis, so it releases glucose and oxygen. Solar energy as our primary source of energy. So do you have a question or clarification about this our topic? Do you have a question? Okay, so let's have a trivia time. Trivia time! So can you read, Eliza Lee, can you please read yeah.
While most plants do photosynthesis during the day, some special ones like certain succulents and orchids do it at night. They have a neat trick called calm photosynthesis. At night, they grab carbon dioxide, and during the day, they use it to make food. It's like their nighttime chef.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eliza. So, do you think that there is no photosynthesis happen during night? Based on what Eliza has base sa binasa ni Eliza. Do you think, Charity, wala bang nangyayaring photosynthesis tuwing gabi? Kasi wala lang sunlight. And I have mentioned earlier that in order for this to happen, the photosynthesis, it needs sunlight because this is the primary source of energy. Do you think there's no photosynthesis at night? No. Yeah, that's correct. Why? Here, they grab that carbon dioxide during the night. Okay, so at night, let's say that these plants they're working 24 hours. So at night, since there is no sunlight, they use this time to collect or to grab carbon dioxide para kinabukasan, ginagamit na nila ito para sa photosynthesis. Kasi, di ba, wala namang araw sa gabi. So, kinabukasan, ginagamit nila itong carbon dioxide which they collected at night. And during the day, they use it to make food. So, that is why there is also photosynthesis happening at night. So, it's like they are nighttime chef. That's the inner process of photosynthesis. Do you have questions? Before we're going to have activity, because after this we're going to have an activity. But if you have questions or clarification, you can ask me. So there is none. So let's proceed to our activity.
Hello friends, welcome to a new Happy Learning video. Have you ever wondered how plants feed? To answer this question, we need to understand photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process in which plants make their own food to be able to grow and develop. In order to perform photosynthesis, they need various elements: sunlight, carbon dioxide obtained from air and water, and chlorophyll, which is a green substance that all plants have and is fundamental for performing photosynthesis, since it could not happen without it. By the way, chlorophyll is what gives all plants their green colour. But how does photosynthesis take place? Look at this plant! As you can see, its roots are anchored to the ground. And through them, the plant absorbs water and minerals in the soil. Water with minerals are transported up the stem, reaching the leaves. The leaves are full of tiny pores called stomata, which absorb carbon dioxide that the air in the surrounding contains. All this containing water, minerals, and carbon dioxide is called raw sap. Now it's chlorophyll's turn. The chlorophyll in the leaves has all the necessary ingredients for photosynthesis to take place. And when it receives sunlight, the process begins by transforming the raw sap into elaborated sap, which also circulates around the plant and works as food. All plants feed from elaborated sap and they store it in their roots like a carrot, or in their fruit like an apple or a pear. Now we know how photosynthesis takes place, but why is it so important? Without plants, there would be no life on Earth. We wouldn't have oxygen to breathe or food to feed on. You already know that herbivores eat plants and carnivores eat herbivores. Plants are fundamental for the food chain. And they are also fundamental for our respiration. Actually, when humans breathe, we turn oxygen into carbon dioxide. Quite the opposite of when plants perform photosynthesis. A curious fact you need to know is that at night, because plants don't have sunlight to photosynthesize, they breathe like humans do. They take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Remember that. And one last thing, so you understand the importance of photosynthesis. When plants absorb dirty and contaminated gases, they transform them into pure air, into oxygen. And this way, they clean the atmosphere and all nature. Plants are the best solution to fight against contamination, don't you think? Goodbye, friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning TV.
So let's have an activity. It is by group. So group yourself into, let's have 5 or 3 to 5. Group yourself into 5, like 3 to 5. You can find your groupmates as long as you are one. So prepare materials like coloring materials, pencil, pen, and 1 whole sheet of paper. It is worth of 20 points. So based on the video I have shown, draw a sample diagram of photosynthesis and respiration within 15 minutes. Now we have the sunlight. So in order to process in photosynthesis, we need to have sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. So, if plants live in the process of chlorophyll of the plants, and in the plant's leaves, it uses chlorophyll. So, all of this stuff here will enter in the plant's leaves. And in exchange, it will release oxygen and glucose. So this glucose is used for the food of the plant. So at night, respiration process is needed in plants. So in respiration, we have mitochondria and the ATP, which is used or comes from the glucose. And in this process, it will also need oxygen and carbon dioxide. So we all know that plants and animals absorb and release gases, which is called the respiration process. So human and plants respiration process. So this is a diagram of how human and plants absorb and release oxygen. So for humans, we absorb oxygen. And for plants, they absorb carbon dioxide. And in release, the humans will release carbon dioxide while plants will release oxygen. It is a vice versa process. So, how does photosynthesis and respiration works? So, photosynthesis occurs primarily in the chlorophyll, which absorbs the energy from the sun, combining it with carbon dioxide and water to create oxygen. This process transforms raw materials into sugar or glucose. So glucose is the food for the plant, another byproduct of photosynthesis in the synthesis of oxygen. So in photosynthesis, we use, or the plants use chlorophyll. Okay, in cellular respiration, may I have Miss Charity to please read?
During the night, when there is no sunlight available, plants rely on stored energy reserves and metabolic processes that do not require light. Mitochondria play a crucial role during this time by continuing to carry out cellular respiration to produce ATP.
So in cellular respiration, it needs mitochondria. So in conclusion, for photosynthesis, plants use chlorophyll. And in cellular respiration, plants use mitochondria. So these two processes plays a vital role in the process of respiration and photosynthesis.
Okay, class, do you understand the discussion? Alright, so based on what teacher Eliza and teacher Wilmarie's discussion, let's have an activity. So, in this activity, you will going to do this individually, in which you are going to identify and find the right words from the box to fill out the blank in the diagram. So, are you guys ready? So, bago tayo magpatuloy, nakuha ba ng lahat ang instruction? Alright? So now, let us start our activity. So, these are the words in which you are going to put on the diagram. So first is the sunlight. So where do you think the sunlight below? Which number? Anyone? Who like to volunteer first? Okay, well, Marie, you are raising your hand. So which number do you think this word belong?
Number 10.
Number 10. Are you sure? Alright, so well, Marie, you are right. So the sunlight is here. So next word is of course, the photosynthesis. So guys, where do you think the photosynthesis belong? Which number? Anyone who knows the answer, raise your hand. Alright, well, Marie, so where do you think photosynthesis belong?
Number 4.
Alright, well, Marie, you got the right answer. So photosynthesis is here. The chlorophyll. What do you think? The chlorophyll belong?
One, teacher.
Okay, Eliza, what is it?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, yes. Chlorophyll belongs to number 1. So next is the cell respiration. So where do you think? Where is the cell respiration here? No one knows? Any other hand? Okay, Janelle, what do you think?
Number 3, teacher.
Number 3. Yes, cell respiration is here. So next is ATP. Where do you think? So it seems like no one knows where the ATP belongs. So I will give you the clue. So here is the clue. It is a cellular currency of energy. What do you think? What is it? mitochondria. So, the mitochondria is here. And the next one is the carbon dioxide, CO2. So, what do you think the CO2 is? Which number, everyone? 8. Number? 8. Yes. Where do you think? 9. 9? Where do you think, Eliza? 9. 9. Alright. How about this one? Oxygen. 8. 8. The right corner of the arrow. So, number 6. How about the glucose?
Glucose belongs to
What? Where?
number
What? What number?
number 7.
Alright, very good, Marie. This is
Glucose.
glucose. And the last one is, how about this one? Water. This is an easy one. This is water. Number 8. So this is how the photosynthesis and respiration works. So clap your hands everybody for participating. Alright, very, very good. So now since you already understand how photosynthesis and respiration works, let us now proceed to the importance of photosynthesis. So what do you think is the importance of photosynthesis? Anyone who would like to share their ideas about the importance of photosynthesis? Okay, Marie. What do you think is the importance of photosynthesis, Marie?
Photosynthesis is important because they produce oxygen, and it also give us or provide us glucose, or which is the sugar.
Okay, very good, Marie. Thank you for that. So photosynthesis is important because it produces oxygen. And we all know that oxygen is vital for all living organisms to breathe. And it also serves as the foundation of the food chain, as it provides the primary source of energy for plants and subsequently for carnivores and herbivores. So, that is why photosynthesis is very important for us also as humans. So, do you understand the lesson? Any questions regarding our topic for today? No? Alright, so before I end this session, I would like you all to remember that every time you take a breath, you're experiencing the incredible depths of photosynthesis and nature's way of giving us life one breath at a time.
And that's all for today's session. I am teacher Valerie Blanca,
And I am Teacher Charity.
I am teacher Eliza.
Thank you